lost to call you back. I'm not on for that. What you need?
What up, good people? It's Nicho now here on Top of the Waves.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is too long in the making.
Yeah, man.
Way too long. So yeah, we can start out by, who is Nicho now, man of many names, and where you from?
Yeah, man. I'm from Chesapeake, VA. So it's a 757, born and raised. I do videography, audio engineering, produce, and create music entirely. So that's pretty much everything I do in a nutshell, really.
Word. Okay. So, you on this music run now, so is that like your main focus, or like do you still try to incorporate the media side of things? Like which avenue are you more passionate about in this moment?
It's really not even, nothing's ever really changed about how I felt about anything. It's just circumstances will lead me to put more focus on one thing than the next. But I've always been music first kind of guy. But videography just led me down a path of, revenue. So
True.
it was like, all right, I'm going to be able to try to do both. And then just over time, business just kind of started going crazy. And then that's what I actually do for my job on a daily basis is marketing, but doing videography within the marketing. So it just kind of became my way of life. But I've always literally only been really music, and I just happen to do videos.
Gotcha. So the perfect ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like? I guess first love for you when you started music, like, that was like, this is something I want to do. Do you have like an experience?
Honestly, it just always been really in my blood. Like all my family makes music. Mom, dad, mom was a singer. My dad was a DJ and was a singer in his band. And my sister was a singer, and that extends to my cousins as well. My cousins are drummers, piano players. So it just in my lineage. So it's not even, it's like even if I didn't want to pursue anything necessarily with music, I'd still do it.
Gotcha.
Like just because it's just what is in my blood and nature to do.
Word. Okay.
My fault.
You good?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing an interview right now. It's okay. I'll come back later. Yeah. All right. My fault. Check on that.
Busy man.
No, that's my mom. Mom Dukes. Gotta check on her baby.
Yeah, definitely. Family still keep you busy.
Yeah, it's facts.
So, all right, let's get right into it. You got Open Season. You got Flood for Me.
Mm-hmm.
Two of your newest, projects. People call them songs, projects. Project mean anything. Produce. You do all that mixing and stuff. So how is like that creative process when you're making these songs?
Don't really have a creative process for real. Like, they're just different things inspire me at the time. Like, sometimes I go in thinking like, I want to make a song like this. So then I'll start the beat off like this. Sometimes I have a song already written in my head and I just build around that. Sometimes I have a beat that I made and then I want to build a song on that. It just all depends on what the foundation of the inspiration comes, which I like that it can come in variety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to box myself in with certain things.
Gotcha. So when you say variety, you talking about the different genres, like mixing of the different types?
Yeah, everything. Really different genres, different processes. What comes first? I don't really be like, when I make a beat, I don't have like a melody comes first or the drums come first. It's like, oh, I wonder what happens if I start with the drums on this beat, or I wonder what happens if I start with chords on this beat. I wonder what happens if I start with a song and try to build around a song.
True student of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Word.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
So who or what are your inspirations? Like if you look to anybody for like, it could be, high end like famous artists or just who or what, just whatever.
I mean, musically, I would like to say Andre 3000 as a creative in general, just because he kind of embodies that thing of like not really being boxed in, but performing whatever he is doing at a high level or the best of his ability, which is a concept that I try to mirror. I suppose I don't really try to half ass anything, you know what I mean? Production wise, I say, we're from the 757, so of course it's like Pharrell, the Neptunes, Timbaland, Missy, and I even got to include Teddy Riley when he came down here to Virginia Beach with the New Jack Swing. Like all that is kind of and this Northern VA producer by the name of Louis Lasted. All those people have variety, but they know how to make songs big, and I like making big songs, like big as in sounding big, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, the production, music wise, those videography wise, I don't really think I have anybody that particularly stands out, but I definitely like to anything that like kind of looks very cinematic, or if the camera itself can tell a story. Those are the types of research and things that I dive into more so than a particular director. A lot of it's like on technique. A lot of technique inspires me.
Dope. Yeah, authenticity, And like you say, when you play around with a lot of different stuff, you discover these new ways to make music rather than type beat. Let me emulate what I see elsewhere.
For
That's
sure.
a great thing that we have, out here. But before we get into, the creative scene out here, I do want to ask you about Omni Visuals. So that's the videography side. So, how can people, reach out for your services, or does it just come about how it does?
I ain't gonna lie. Well, shit. Honestly, I don't want nobody reaching out to me for my videography services. To be honest, I'd rather because I like to do more work for. Well, go ahead.
Oh no, I felt.
I thought you were telling me to stop.
Oh no, I felt like I knew where you was going, like passionate about.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, honestly, it depends on honestly, I gotta be straight up. It just depends on really who you are. Like if I have some kind of connection with you, I might do a video for you. But I do videography really for corporate and entities and small businesses. Like that's who I'd much rather do videography for. If it's like a video, like a music video, there gotta be some kind of connection that I feel, or I'm gonna just raise the price super high, and if you pay for that, then I got you. But honestly, I don't really want like a whole bunch of people asking me to do videos, because again, that's more of a secondary thing and just something I do.
It's a skill.
For money. Yeah, it's a skill that I use for money. And I only really started doing videos so I could shoot my own videos and edit my own videos. It had nothing to do with like, damn, I want to do this for a bunch of other fucking people.
Gotcha.
Like it kind of rolled into it, you know what I mean? Like even us, you know what I'm saying? Like when we started doing our thing in 2018, you know what I mean? Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, even before that, pushing a decade ago.
Yes. And that was more so with the music.
Yeah,
with the music shit. But when you and I started like doing our tandem, that was because I was like, oh, I see a business coming out of this. And like I was always in the pursuit of how to scale like really videos in the business world just to earn some extra revenue, get some more bread. You know what I'm saying? But that was my tie with you. You know what I'm saying? As being my longtime friend, it was like, all right, cool. So we got something to work. So that's how I would do that. I don't think I would do that
as like a profession.
No.
It's a little side hustle.
It was a side hustle, but it became my main hustle.
True, for high end clients.
Yeah, for sure. So gotcha. if I do a project or if I do some videos with somebody, it's because you the homie and we get it. Cause like even people, if you my homie and I charge you, it's literally gonna be something super small that I would never even remotely get close to with like the business clients, I guess, so to say, or the corporate world that I do video work in.
Gotcha. Okay. So You know, also speaking of like just working with me, working with people, you know, how you feel about the creative scene and even also like features or working with other artists
I'm pretty
or
open.
anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm always open to collaborating. Um, I mean, really, that's it. I'm kind of open to it, and I feel kind of a few ways about the scene. You know, I see positives and negatives about it, but more so it's just about like it is what it is, and like who's gonna come through the door. You know what I mean? Who's gonna bust it over? Who's gonna make something happen? So.
Mm. Kick
You know what I
that
mean?
bitch down.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because people been kind of knocking and, you know, try to put the little key in, the key don't fit.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a bunch of different ways. It's just kind of like
Stampede.
who's defining the scene right now and everything like that. Excuse me. I
Bless
do
you.
think damn. I do think a
Bless
lot
you.
of it's like the DJs are kind of the thing that it's all about right now. So I would say right now that's where I would say the scene is at is DJ led.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's next for you? Like what you working on for it's summertime, man?
Yeah. Music. It's still is now. I'm just leaning more heavy into music. I got a band that I'm about to announce. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
we called The Moment. So that's me, Big Torn on the keys, James Fathom on the bass, Chet Vunk on the lead guitar, 3500 Daff on the drums, and then I'm just got the vocals. So
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, that's my next thing that's gonna be coming out.
Well, we don't want to, give them too much. You know, got to keep
Yeah.
people guessing, stay mysterious. Yeah. So, where can the people find you?
At Instagram, Nicho _now, NICHO _ now, and Twitter or X. I'm gonna call it Twitter. It's Twitter.
Yeah,
Nicho
forever.
_ now.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is
Yeah.
season 7, the pilot of season 7,
Yeah.
the Resurgence, and we'll be back for more with Nicho now. Let's get it.
Bet.
I can't say we'll last. Tell me where you at. Whoa, what's the purpose of trying to appear perfect?